things at the very end.
Hi, Tim.
Whoa.
Check
Oh,
me
what?
out. We got graphics. We're live. It is Monday. It's November 17th, the 17th of November, and this is OUYA Sport Office Hours. My name is Bob. Joining me live from a bunker in the Culver City area, Mr. Jared Yeager.
Hello, everyone.
Live via satellite, Mr. Tim Groutman.
Hey.
And we have a lot to jump into. It's a good general tip. Maybe we should talk about signing keys really quickly.
Go for
like
it.
a refresher on signing keys.
Yeah, and key storage, because I always get those confused.
Yeah, so where should we begin, Tim?
Okay, well, first thing to start with is the developer portal. And then you go and you create a game on the developer portal. And then as soon as you make the game entry, you can download your signing key. So that's the key dir file. And then you finish your game, you add the in-app purchase support, and then it's time to submit to the store, and that's when you make a key store. And when you make that key store, you mail it to yourself. You mail it to your friends, everybody, because you have to use that key signing key store. You have to use that key store every time you submit for the auto updater, because that's how it makes sure that somebody else didn't post an update to your game.
Right. So it's a security precaution.
Yeah, it's a security thing.
Protect you as a developer.
Right. Yep. It prevents people, and the two things are both security related. It keeps people from modifying your game data and accessing, like giving themselves stats or cheating or unlocking the purchase when you didn't want them to.
So it's a pretty big deal,
Important.
right?
Yeah.
And it's like mandatory Android thing, right?
Yeah, you have to submit. And if you lose your key store for any reason, that means users would have to uninstall the game and then install it again to get updates.
That's awful.
If you lose your signing key, that's okay, because you can always go to the developer portal and just re-download it.
But the key store. So what are some ways we can save the key store?
You can email it to yourself. You could put it on a flash drive or a thumb drive. You could give it to your mom.
Could you write it on paper and put it in a shoebox under your bed?
You could MD5 or no, base 64 the binary string and write it down on paper.
Yeah.
Xerox that and mail it to yourself, like Marty McFly, how he gets that letter in 20 years. So
Yeah, poor man's copyright.
Yeah. Key stores have like an expiration, and I think the maximum is 99 years, so I just put 99 years on there.
Because who's going to, live that long?
Well, you could still be making updates, you know.
That's true.
Your next generation, you've got some epic game and it's version 50.
Because you established a legacy as an OUYA developer.
Yeah, and people will be following your game and watching your video 100 years from now.
And it all started because you saved your key store.
That's right.
This feels good.
And that's why you always write a note.
Basically. It's a good...
And a thank you note. If you get a gift, write a thank you note.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at thank you notes. I don't know about you guys.
Me too.
I need to get better. Maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution.
You're just bad at writing them, or you just write them badly. Like, I don't really like this.
Terrible grammar.
Wrong address.
I should make like a template.
We got our first Q&A question. Somebody's wondering if this office hours is happening right now in the Q&A. So they must have to watch this to post that question.
It's happening from inside the office. That's Sean Gooding.
And inside the hour.
That's not just any somebody. That's Sean Gooding, Tim.
Ooh. That's a person with feelings.
It's true. Yeah, office hours is happening now. So you can ask us developer-related questions. And you can get gold. Solid gold. Because knowledge is power. And not vice versa.
The more you know.
Hey, Jared.
That's all Aristotle right there in Greek history.
It is.
Hey, John.
Hello.
This is John Abrams.
Pinball wizard.
Yeah, he's our pinball master.
You wanna?
Is it developer happy hour?
Yeah. Do you wanna say hi? The mic's right here.
Reveal my
Mustache. Oh yeah, me and John are growing out our
We
mustaches
compare mustaches.
for Movember.
I'm a bit more.
I think
But he's got the better
Bob might be winning, but that might just be the light. His is better lit.
He says mine's better lit. Point
I
out.
think John's is better defined.
Reverse the hat.
Yeah, John's got better definition though.
He says you have better definition.
Make ya high definition.
He has minty fresh breath too.
Ooh,
Certifiable.
that's a bonus.
Thanks, John.
Ouya presents John's breath.
We should. Hey, Jared.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you know any facts?
I do.
Well, how about we pass over to you for a segment that we like to call Just the Facts with Jared Yeager.
Hey! Yeah, so some news for all you devs and gamers out there. As mentioned last week, we are going to have a hot fix for anyone who's had issues with Chick-Charney. So that is in the hopper, and we want to thank all of you for the diligence of reporting all these issues to customer support, QA, and us, especially on OUYAforum.com. Been very helpful with helping us track these things down. So we look forward to get that out shortly and covering all those major problems that some of you are having. But for the most part, it sounds like everyone's really enjoying it. And for those of you who solve the issues, once that's all taken care of, you'll be able to enjoy it all with everyone else. So thank you for your patience on that. But everyone is hard at work on that piece. Also on the bundles and sales front, I think we're going to get a permanent bundles and sales channel live this week, so we have enough that will be staying around at least semi-permanently, as of which we are going to have a Tasty Poison bundle going live starting tomorrow. So Neon Shadow, Pocket RPG, and Dig will be part of that bundle. We also have Norwind games. Their bundle will be going live tomorrow. For sale, Super Pixelo is 50% off for the rest of the month. And Shadowlight, The Power of Dark, will be on sale 67% off until Christmas. December 26th will be when his sale ends. And more bundles coming down the pipe. You can still get Booty Call 33% off till tomorrow, I believe. So Many Me still on sale. Again, you got the .emu bundle rocking with 5 classic games. Technically, since Raiden Legacy has 4 games in it, and Double Dragon has 3 games in it, you're getting way more than 5 games. And the NXL bundle is still live. Oh my God! And for those of you asking about Neon Shadow, they are looking on getting the multiplayer servers back up and running. So thank you for following up on that. Anyone who's having issues before, Tasty Poison has heard you, and they want to get that rocking and rolling.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So then for this week, for some cool releases, we have Mousecraft coming this Thursday, which will be super cool. So very much looking forward to that. It is a lot of fun. So be ready to hear all about that this upcoming Thursday. Should be live in the morning, or maybe we'll do a little midnight launch. We'll see. But we're really excited. So thank you very much, Crunching Koalas, for bringing that over to the console. And of course, we are racing our way to 1,000 games. So we are, as of this morning, at 992. And we are doing social posts and celebrating as we keep moving up each number. So expect a tweet probably later today with another contest to win another $10 and $5 voucher. We're going back and forth between Twitter and Facebook because we know everyone doesn't use both. So over the weekend we did a Facebook one. Now we're going back to Twitter. So yeah, join both if you want to be part of all the contests that are going on as we work our way to 1,000. Ouya Forum's got a cool contest going on. Ouya Central and Ouya Brew on the Ouya Cast this past week and gave away a $10 voucher as well. Posted the code. I'm not sure if anyone redeemed it yet or not, but you can check and see. But yeah, that's the main facts of the moment. If you want to run any more sales or bundles, just let me know. Hit me up at jared@ouya.tv. Got game submissions, things you want to run with us, please hit us up at office hours at ouya.tv, and we'll be excited to check out all your games.
Awesome.
Bam!
What have you guys played this week? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was reading what something that you just wrote me. Uh, um, yeah, I'd say, gosh, what did I played a lot of Skulls of the Shogun this weekend. I got pretty far in that.
Cool. Did you see
Um,
Carl's pro tips? They're super good.
they're amazing, Carl.
Yeah. Carl needs to.
I saw. It's weird though, because all the pro tips tell me to go into the house, and I can't find a house in Skulls of the Shogun.
Fair enough. Yeah, that would be trying. Uh, Tim, what about you? Have you played anything this week?
Um, yeah, I've my kids are like super addicted to Minecraft, and like I was learning the process
What's
for
that?
doing mods, and now I run a server, and I figured out how to give items and all the different special commands like teleporting and that kind of stuff. Making items. They showed me like if you set down a set of obsidian blocks in a specific pattern, it makes a portal. It's all purple, and you go down to the underworld. It's pretty crazy. Then making houses, doors, triggers, launches, switches, all that kind of stuff. So I finally jumped on that bandwagon.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, you'd be really good at making the switches and things. Because all the red stone and all of that.
Yeah, I like to make crow's nests, so like a really tall tower, and then get out a lava bucket and have lava spewing from my tower so nobody can get up.
Lava bucket.
Yeah, that's sweet. What do you
What
like
about
to do
you?
in Minecraft, Jared?
What did you say?
What do you like to build in Minecraft?
I actually don't play Minecraft. Nothing against it personally. It's just not what I play. I think I would just get. I don't know why I say I get too addicted to it, but it seems like it's a very long time commitment that I don't have time to do. I'm busy getting games and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm playing things in more shorter bursts. So again, Skulls can do a few rounds, do a few levels of a campaign at a time, um, things like that. So I just feel like it'd be such a time sink if I want to build something ginormous in that game. So
I'm a jerk for.
not what I'm playing at the moment.
I'm sorry.
It's only a matter of time though. You've got that little one growing up, and
Yeah, we'll
then you're
see.
going to be watching Minecraft YouTube. There's like so many videos.
No,
It's
she's gonna
almost
be
like
watching
theater.
Ouya Presents with Bob,
That's right.
Uncle Bob. It's gonna be great. What about you, Bob? What are you playing?
Um, Playing a little duck game.
Eh.
I've been playing a little of the unreleased coming soon update of Duck Game.
Duck game.
Have you played it yet, Jared?
I'm not. Oh no. Well, I played part of it at IndieCade.
The single player mode?
I've not played the single player mode.
I need to get you a build so you can check it
Yeah,
out.
I want to play the heck out of that.
It's
Yeah,
super.
yeah, I played some of like the new power ups and some of the new level stuff at IndieCade, and just all the new UI transition stuff looks super sweet.
Yeah.
So excited about that. But yeah, I did play some of the Total Temple Deluxe update that happened this weekend. So they had a new bomb battle mode. So now the goat is a bomb that you can use to blow up other players. They added a new temple and new power ups. So did play a little bit of that this weekend, and they are working on an AI update. Not as soon as Duck Game. I think will be down the road. So that will be super cool. But yeah, definitely check out. It's a free update if you bought the game. It's 100% free for all the new content. Check that out.
What's the, they're doing AI so you can, like, is it gonna-
Bots.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Bot Mania. So if you actually go to the site right now, they kind of have some GIFs and some dev diaries of how they're trying to programmatically make the AI work with success in other areas and hilarious results in the other. So yeah, it's all trial and error because it's new for them to do, but it's really interesting just kind of seeing how they're learning how to do it at the same time, about how to prioritize. You know, what's the objectives of each bot? Are they going to go for coins? Are they going to go for the goat? Things like that. So it will be really cool when it all comes together. But the new content's super sweet.
So they
I did play
did-
I did play a bit of Ghostbusters Pinball as well.
Ah, yes. That's like a special, because didn't they, like, make the table?
Yeah, it's actually. I mean, they're not making a. That's right. It comes up all the time, and that ghost train. Yes, I mean, you know, admittedly so. Yeah, it's an original table, which is why it's not part of Pinball Arcade, and it's um, basically a reskin of Haunted House, but they added some other bells and whistles to it. They wanted to just try to build something off of that. They always thought Haunted House was a good classic design. They thought it would fit the Ghostbusters theme well. So that's how they took their approach to it. But yeah, it's 100% free with like, well, actually not 100% free, but you get a bunch of free tokens so you can play it for a while, and then it's, I think, day passes you can buy for the game. But you can get a lot of free play out of it before you have to pay for anything.
Sweet. Ryan's.
Welcome, Landon.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey,
Long time no see.
I know. It's been a while since the glory days of IndieCade. It feels, God, it's. I can't believe it's been over a month since then.
That's weird. Seems like yesterday.
Landon, I'm growing out my mustache.
Looks good.
Thanks, man.
So big and bushy.
Yours is pretty good too.
Thanks, man. I'm not growing mine out. I just didn't shave it.
Looks cool though.
Thanks, dude.
What's that? A Genesis behind you?
Commodore and a Genesis. Just the boxes, though.
You don't have to tell us. We could have thought they were full.
No, the things are in boxes somewhere else, not those boxes.
Landon is. What do you do, Landon?
What do I do? I'm a game developer. I make Duck Game mostly for OUYA and coming soon to Steam.
Cool. We were just talking about Duck Game, and we were talking about lots of games, and yours came up, and then I was like, hey, there's Landon in Skype. Wonder if he'll jump on. Here comes Matt Kahn.
Yo! Oh, man, no way!
This call just got ridiculous.
Bob Mills.
What's up, man?
And Landon.
Yeah, man.
And Tim. And Jared.
Hey!
It's all the cool kids.
We got the band back together. The master of drawing on people's faces is here.
We're a 5-man band.
When did that happen?
We're going to make a super group.
Yeah. Hello.
What are you doing,
Did
Matt?
somebody say band?
Yeah. Oh. Here comes Tim. Busting out the old ones. Well, did you know that this week we released a new Read Only Memories public demo? A year in the making, and it's beautiful.
What?
And you can play it now.
Do you have a link?
Well, if you want to play it on the OUYA, I believe it's going to either be out now or within the week. But if you want to play it now, you can go to, I believe it's bit.ly/readonlydemo.
Kick ass.
And not only does it have the game for multiple platforms, you also get a free OST of the entire prologue in Chapter 1, and hopefully you can experience the world of 2064 Neo San Francisco.
Whoa.
Red freeze frame.
Nice.
Nice beat, Bob.
Duck Game. So the next game is going to be Duck Game X, Read Only Memories, Fight for the Future.
We haven't decided whether it's going to be action or RPG yet. I think it's going to be like some weird mix.
Yeah. It's going to be like Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, where it's going to be like a mix of the two styles.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's some overlap there, right? Because you've got the mind control helmet, and then you've got Cyberpunk, so it'll just meld real good there.
Yeah. It's going to be like a Persona 4 Arena, where there's like, a really long story and then like options, and all of a sudden it's like, get into the fight, and then you got to like grab your guns and shoot each other and play your little oboes.
Yeah, I guess if it works for Persona, it could work for anything.
Right. And I heard from Bob that OUYA is committing $250,000 for this game. So I'm
Dude,
really,
I'm sorry, Dan.
really excited about this game.
Very kind of him.
Yeah.
You were definitely right about the quarter.
Nice.
Also, Bob spent $10,000 of OUYA's money on WrestleMania front row tickets.
That'd be cool. They're
Oh!
even more expensive than that, though.
Oh.
Who drew this? Because it's awesome.
I did.
It is.
It's
You were quiet. You were
my
quiet.
simplistic. It's my simplistic duck.
It's not moving. Is it moving? Yeah.
There it is.
You got the
Yeah.
breathing holes. The beak
Yeah.
breathing holes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You don't want to add to it. Go for it. That was just my little Picasso-y sort of.
don't let everyone add to it. Oh, now you're ruining it.
I didn't do that. Oh God.
No, he's
Leap from
he's
the
going for the
mouth.
turkey now.
What's happening?
Sean Gooding is asking, what exactly is AIDE? What can I do with it?
You
Take
can
it,
make
Bob.
games with it. You can learn how to make games with it.
Yeah.
You can make games on the OUYA for the OUYA with the AIDE or
What does it
AIDE.
stand for? It's something development environment, right?
Android Integrated Development Environment.
Mm. You can do it on OUYA.
Yeah. So you don't need a PC to make games. You can just fire that up, learn how to program, and make games right on there.
Cool. This isn't distracting at all.
No.
All right, so the next one.
Yeah.
Still getting used to Google Hangouts.
Good
How's
shot.
it going? It's going
How's it
pretty
going?
good.
I want to
Like,
hear from...
since we started, like Google Hangouts, they added the 1080p support, so you can see like what we're showing on the screen. That's pretty cool. It used to have a 9-person Hangout limit, but with Google Apps, we can go all the way up to 15 people.
Nice.
Never got it that high, but
We can take this to 11. By
yeah.
11, I mean 15.
You're Thor Duck, man.
how's it going, Cohen?
Who, me?
No, not you.
The new guy here.
It's Cohen hacking. Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh no.
That's not working. Mic check.
Mike, check.
Oh,
1, 2, 1, 2.
I almost got the Duck Game hamburger mask on you. Oh.
So
That's
close.
funny. You guys are funny. While Cohen is getting his microphone worked out, what do you say we spool up the FTL?
Can you hear me now?
And yeah, we can.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Then it's my earplugs. That's
Time for a segment called Seeing Red with Jared.
Ah!
Yeah, my earphones haven't been working on Google Hangouts either, actually. Jared can attest to this.
It's sadly true.
Yours
It's
worked, though.
technology. It's the way technology is headed.
No, it
I've got
worked
a
in the
Bluetooth
old
mic.
version of macOS, but
Hey, I did not make that drawing. Someone is using my name inappropriately.
And that's not right.
No.
Alright, so it's time for us to grok with this guy, Mr. Tim Grotman.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, so let's see. Last week, I published some Construct 2 updates to the plugin. I installed, there's a new Construct 2 beta, so I installed that, and it told me something about IDs can't be negative, so I fixed that, updated the example, made some fixes so that now you can purchase your own products versus just the sample one, so that's all good. So you want to get the updates, and then I was going to talk about Unreal. You guys use Unreal before? So I always thought Unreal was like hardcore scripting and only C++ programmers could use it. But apparently it has that, but also you don't have to be a programmer to use Unreal. It's got this thing called Blueprint. So not only is it super hardcore, you can do the whole visual programming thing with it. Now, it's going to take me probably 3 weeks or whatever as I show you guys stuff and customize it, but I can show you what I've got started going on. And I've got like a bunch of links to go through for various info. So I'll start with that. Okay,
We're gonna
so first
open this-
thing, as usual, I'll share my screen.
Oh.
Okay, so Unreal. So first you have to buy it. It's $19 a month plus 5% of your revenue, and you get the whole like super polished visual quality that Unreal comes with. So you do that, and then it's full source access. So you get GitHub access, and then they have a Windows install and a Mac install. You can use both, and then I go right to the getting started doc. I've started they've got forums, they do monthly game jams and all kinds of stuff. on their forums, I've started some documentation about how I'm setting this up, figuring out info about how to program the Android side. So if you want to follow along, you could probably follow this post as I ask questions with the technical writers and fill out the info. Although at this point, I think I know enough about how to load Java plugins and native plugins that I can get started with hooking up OUYA Everywhere Input and the in-app purchase stuff. And I still have to learn about how to hook my C++ code in the plugin to the blueprint so that in the end you'll be able to do controllers and in-app purchase support with just the visual scripting part of it, so you won't have to be a programmer, you just drop in the plugin. Next thing, they've got a guide for getting started with it, so you know, as with all the other engines, installing the Android SDK, setting up your device, and then how to package and deploy, that kind of stuff. So read through all that. They use the Tegra Android development pack. I tried installing the latest version 3 of that, and it doesn't work. When you install the Unreal installer, it comes with version 2 inside the files there, and you want to install with that one so that it links up, and then you can publish with that. Let's see. It's kind of cool. When you launch Unreal, you'll make your thing or whatever, and then under File, you go and package the project. You just select Android, and for Tegra 3 devices, use this DXT extension, and then that's all it takes to publish your stuff. Now, I'll cover the interface and stuff probably in a couple weeks when I've made it all. So, but now I'm focusing on the plugin stuff. So, shout out to the OUYA community. There's people out there that kind of figured out a lot of the stuff.
What?
And,
I'm shouting out, sorry.
Yeah, shout out to Mega Nuke, because without this, I was kind of lost a little bit, and I've been able to take kind of these suggestions and run with it. And I actually was able to load my native plugin, and I've got my JNI hooked up, so that's the path to glory. Okay, so blueprints are just a part of Unreal, and it's kind of part of the visual scripting. You can use blueprints to connect with your C++ code. Typically, your artists would do the blueprint section of stuff, and then your scripters would go and make custom blueprint connections so that they can interact with the gameplay of your lower level stuff. And both of you guys can work simultaneously, so in parallel while you develop. Okay, so once I've got all that working, the next plan is for the UI components. I saw this paper 2D thing for doing 2D stuff, and I'll probably do like 2D graphics of the virtual controller and the in-app purchase stuff, and I'll use paper 2D. They've got quite a bit of video documentation that you can watch that walks through all the different parts of paper, and I'll be filling out all our documentation about Unreal and about how all this stuff works. And this is just helpful stuff for anybody wanting to learn Unreal stuff. I could jump into the code part. Okay, so when you install Unreal, you pick a folder and then it installs to it. And part of that install, let's see. Okay, so extras, Android. This is that Tegra Android development pack. So you install this. It runs for like an hour, and then when it's done, you have like all the dependencies. So that's like the Android SDK, Java, everything that you need to build the stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then when it comes to the Java customization that I need to do, under the engine build folder, Android, Java. Okay, so here is basically how I customize an Android project. It's pretty standard, where you have your manifest. So in this manifest here, when my text editor opens, so the Android manifest is where you customize your package name. It's open. There we go. So by default, they generate a package name of like com epic games executable name, and you'd actually just go and replace this with the package name that you're going to make in the developer portal. Yeah, so that just goes there. I went and added the game category to the intent filters here so that your Unreal game shows in the play section. And then other than that, there's the start activity that it uses, and I will probably, they supply it with a custom game activity, or the Unreal game activity. I might use my own game activity, or I might use theirs, and then just depends on how I set this up. But I might customize what that is, and then when I package it up, most likely what I'll have people do is they go to their Android folder, they just back up the Java folder, and then they're just going to unzip a plugin here. Normally, when I do plugin stuff, I don't necessarily like to be editing the program files, but that's just how this works. It's with GameMaker initially it was the same thing, although they have since made more of a plugin architecture where these kind of customizations you kind of want to have at the project level versus like only being able to open like one project at a time and edit things. Anyways, there's other stuff here like going into resources. Here's where you'd set up your icons. It's using the same icon locations that we have in our content review guidelines. And there's the big icon. There we go, Unreal, getting ready for some Unreal in-app purchases. Then they've got string values for, this is where you would customize your game name. So executable name, you can let it replace it there, or if you want to be specific and just type it in, you can do that too. And there's the JNI folder. So here's what, hang on, there's the libs folder. So this is where like our ODK, OUYA SDK jar comes from. Or I mean, you put that in there and that gives you access to the OUYA SDK. I might drop in an additional plugin here, and then in this ARM, this is where I'm going to put the native library. So basically the plan is I'll route the OUYA Everywhere input through some custom Java stuff and then through a native plugin, and then the blueprint will directly access the native plugin, and then your Unreal game will support like all the different controllers, and you won't have to worry about mappings because I'll map to like an OUYA controller, and it'll work on future devices and stuff. And potentially, yeah, there's that. I did some customization to the JNI configuration so that it includes, this is kind of a weird thing, you have to put the your native library here and also the regular place. Now normally for the other engines you just put it here, but whatever, it's part of their build process. The build process that runs part of Unreal, I've seen like even for a bare bones thing, runs for like 20 minutes. So there's that. And then when it builds, you pick where it outputs, and then you get this. And basically you get a batch file that when you double click it, it will install your APK, and then it copies this OBB file to the SD card. And I'll need to customize the build process so it puts all this stuff into the same APK. And it probably part of the publish process and deployment. It's got a lot of configurations for, since it's a development build, maybe that's why it's doing this. When I switch to a release build, it probably packages it to a single APK. So we'll learn about that soon. Okay, and then that's everything for Unreal. Somebody sent me this awesome video. If I get through the ad here. Here we go. So talk a lot about source control, and this video is about how to use Git, and the title is Git for ages 4 and up. That's basically because he's using these Lego block things to describe what's happening. And I kind of knew Git, but after watching this, I learned quite a bit of stuff, and it's definitely worth watching. I'll link all these links in the show notes, and you should watch this. If you work with Git, it's good to know. Teaches you all about branching, commits, and what's Git is doing under the hood, and it's definitely good to know.
Those are cool overalls too.
Yeah.
Pure master.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth a watch. Watch that.
They're like demo overalls, so he can pin those. Are they part of the? Oh no, are those on the microphone?
No, he's wearing overalls.
I didn't know if they were part of the present because he was like pinning things. Anyways.
Okay, and then this other thing that I like is Verve. So there's some news about the Foundry and this Verve tech or whatever, and I watched it and I got addicted. It's so part of the development process, is like you're going to have to make art and do concept art and integrate art into your pipeline. And this tool is like it's painting with fluid dynamics. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Not only that, it's free, so definitely check it out. And I found some settings I like. So if I turn on my fluidity, turn drying off, make my brush big, turn the min size up to 100%. There we go. Okay, so it's like a paint tool, but it does fluid dynamics. Now, if I make my brush a little bit brighter,
Oh, sweet.
you can paint, and it's like working with regular paint.
You
And
just
it's
make
got like
art and
layers
make
and
some wallpapers for your computer and stuff, and just
yeah.
happy with
You can
that.
get super interesting stuff going on because it's fluid dynamics. So I did this into the late hours of the night. Like I was totally addicted because it's that awesome. And you can adjust like how fast it's blending. If you turn drying on, you can adjust the drying speed to make it slower. So your brush strokes, it's like working with actual paint. And like as it gets on the canvas, it's like regular paint where you have to move it around. There's a finite amount. Control will like get rid of the paint. There's a lot of hotkeys for like blending. One feature I was using is I pick a nice color, hit X, pick another color, and then you can do clouds.
You get some yellow in there too.
Let's say Control Shift F, and clicking on a color will set the background color. Here we go. And then it's cloud time, and then you can treat it like those Freud ink blot things.
Nice. Get some porcelain white in there.
Some shapes out of that.
Rorschach.
Yeah, Rorschach. There you go. And then G for grid, and then that kind of gives you a perspective, and then you can start drawing in like your grid perspective.
Just
if you're a real artist.
Flush it. There you go.
Yeah, so that's all my updates for this week. I'm going to
nice
be spending time on Unreal, making some headway there, and hope to have people to send a new Unreal plugin by next week.
That's a lot of water. So what would you use that for? Would you create, I guess, textures for games this way, or would this be for actual like live water stuff, or like what would be the application when you do this?
Concepts with it, but I mean you could make content for games, and then it's got the save button, and you can save it as the art file or like a 16-bit PNG, and then you bring that into Photoshop, and you could have an interactive like kind of if you've ever seen paper mache type games where it looks like actual paper mache, you could have a game that's focused around this style of art.
Nice.
And it's kind of unlimited for the things that you can make. I'll link to his demo. He makes a super awesome looking landscape with the same tool. Now I cheated. I made a video about if you can't draw, just spin the canvas like this, and then just click around, and then if I turn on the fluid dynamics and turn off the drawing, I can accidentally make some awesome art. Let's see, new color, here we go. And you can get some super interesting patterns going on.
It's a good thing this isn't running at full speed and it's choppy, otherwise I'd get so dizzy right now.
I did after playing.
Did we lose Tim?
He just hypnotized himself.
He got too excited and muted.
It's just gonna keep spinning.
And that's Grokking with Grout.
Yeah, that's rocking with crowd.
Bye, Duck Game. Bye, Duck Game. And read-only memories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Let's play the food game because it's 12:30. Tim hasn't eaten since he got this app.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my couch.
He's just eating paint.
Grooking with Groot.
What about you,
Starving
Matt?
with
Hahn?
Robin.
What'd you eat? This week?
Yeah, shoot. You know, I had some Korean food, I had some Thai food, I had some Japanese food, I had some Mongolian food, I had some Burmese food. Really, I took an entire adventure all over Asia, man. That's what I did.
So far that's first place. Landon, do you have anything that can beat that?
No.
All you apparently have to do is name countries, Landon. Just look at a map, man. You might get this.
Bosnia, France, Germany.
What about you, Jerome?
North American food, like crap.
See,
I had a really good. Was it this brunch thing yesterday where there's this crazy multi-grain? This is the bougiest thing ever. It's like some sort of 7 or 9 grain giant pancake the size of a big plate with this apple compote thing that you put on it. And
is it 7 grains or 9 grains? Because that's
Difference.
let's do 7. Let's do 7.5 grains just to
Okay.
be safe. Over under on that one. And then
7 whole grains and 1/2 of a grain.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. 1 grain was Monsanto, the rest were organic. And then apple compote stuff on it with real maple syrup. And then there was a grilled Gruyere cheese and tomato sandwich with that on a sourdough with these pickled vegetables that were really, really good. And just to give you an idea of how bougie this place was, the name on the sign was spelled A-X-E, but it's called Aché.
Ooh.
But it was quite good. I was skeptical because of the name. It was over in Abercrombie area, and it was very, very good.
Nice. Groutman, did you want to say anything?
You had a awesome cold leftover pizza sandwich. You know,
Jeez,
you take 2
man.
slices of pizza and you sandwich them together, and it's like, oh, I could make this, or I'll just go with the cold pizza.
So you just took 2 pizza triangles and inverted
Yep.
them on top of one another?
That's right.
Cool.
And I had to eat some paint after that.
I'd like noodles. I think that Tim wins.
The sad thing is that Tim actually probably ate something amazing, and he's just
Yeah.
not sharing it.
Sandwich with 2 backs. Mr. Tim Groutman. Pizza sandwich.
He definitely always wins the most interesting.
Yeah. It was... That's the mood I'm in today as a judge. It was the story that he told.
Man,
Took him a
better
while.
stories. And he add a ghost to mine. It was served to me by Jedgar Hoover's ghost.
Eldon hopes you had added hot sauce to that, Tim. Scene.
Plain. Sorry.
Just plain, Eldon. Sorry.
Do we
So
have any
what's
last
the line?
minute? Do we have any last minute Q&A stuff before we go?
No, that's all of them.
Okay.
Talk about that game.
Oh, Eldon, I did forward your stuff on, so I'm looking into that stuff that you asked about for custom launchers. So.
Sweet. Landon, anything about Duck Game?
Yeah, what's coming out on Duck Game? I want more Duck Game.
Yeah.
More ducks.
I'm working on the single player. It's coming out Monday, I think. Yeah, it's coming out Monday.
Wow.
It's sweet.
And is
Yeah, ragdolls. and
Include
stuff.
all the ragdoll physics stuff?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's coming. New ragdolls, new transitions, a bunch of bug fixes and updates and levels and guns. It's pretty big.
And I heard that there's a Bob character in there.
Yes.
No, there's a Turing
There it is.
character.
Turing is an OG.
Always a turn character.
Oh,
I've got the Ken hair I always wanted.
it's a digital remastering of Turing though. Did you know that?
No. I
In
heard
this
that-
one, in this one, he shoots second.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's timely.
He does what?
I don't even know, man. Matt Kahn went up that joke. It was funny. That was great.
I'm so excited for this new duck game build. It's gonna make Ouya even more awesome.
Me too. Me too, guys. And on that note, I'll see you all next week.
Maybe after 1,000 games, we will see.
What? That's true.
Crazy.
Bye, Jared.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Look-
Landon.
Jared.
Bye.
Look at that beautiful haircut.
Bye, Landon.
Bye, Jared.
Bye, Matt Kahn.
I'm not going anywhere.
Bye, Tim Grumman.
See ya.
Bye, everyone else.